We started the development of Crash Bandicoot with the idea that we wanted to create a Warner Brothers cartoon character feel within a 3D game.
Crash Bandicoot. One of the first well-made and highly successful 3D platformers to exist, the PlayStation Classic was not only a great advancement from a game design perspective, but it was also a technical marvel.
Acting as the first in a series that a lot of people hold in high regard.
For years we've been talking about how games can compete with Hollywood and offer an experience on par, and we've seen a lot of titles get close to doing that. Uncharted is the first one that really wraps its head around what this should be.
Uncharted 2, the game that put Uncharted, Naughty Dog, and Sony as a first-party publisher well and truly on the map.
Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is a fantastic game. It's a great single-player experience with very, very few flaws.
The 2009 Spike Video Game Award for Game of the Year goes to Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
I mean, The Last of Us is a masterpiece. You want to talk about one word to describe it, it's a masterpiece.
Naughty Dog, the Sony-owned studio responsible for the likes of Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted, has hit yet another home run.
Because this game is freaking undeniably awesome. A well-crafted masterpiece.
The Last of Us is unrivaled in so many ways, and I'd recommend it to any PlayStation 3 owner. It's truly a special, one-of-a-kind game
that even holds its own on the next generation. Hell, it's actually the best game on the next generation.
This is a game that will stand the test of time.
The remastered version has rightfully achieved legendary status and earns a 10 out of 10. It was the best on PlayStation 3, and it is literally the best on PlayStation 4 right now.
I'm gonna be honest, Uncharted 4 is pretty damn good.
Of course this is a buy, it's well worth the money, the game's fantastic.
It earns a final verdict of the highest possible 9 out of 10 I can give.
After 10 years with the company, Amy Hennig, creative director of the Uncharted series, has left developer Naughty Dog, but not of her own accord.
When the game finally releases in May, many Naughty Dog staffers are going to be asking themselves whether it was worth it, and many of them are going to leave the company.
This is simply worrying to me, and the more I hear about The Last of Us 2, the more I fear that Naughty Dog is about to go overboard with this stuff.
The Last of Us 2's entire story has pretty much been leaked, allegedly by a disgruntled developer over a payment dispute.
There's no fucking way.
Joke throughout production would say is like the downfall of Naughty Dog.
This is it.
This is the downfall. This game is the downfall of Naughty Dog.
The Last of Us Part 2 leaks.
Multiple YouTubers are claiming that Sony is abusing the copyright system and just taking down anyone talking about or mentioning The Last of Us 2 leaks, which is extremely illegal. When I left Naughty Dog late last year, they threatened to withhold my final paycheck until I signed additional paperwork stating I would not share their production practices.
A whopping 70% are no longer at the studio.
It went from one of the most anticipated games of the entire generation to nothing more than an internet meme.
I don't even want to fucking play it anymore.
But speak up about finding it an unnecessary addition here, and you're a homophobe. Speak up that you'd rather had Joel remain as the playable character, and the game wasn't made for you in the first place.
Storytelling, coding, whatever the fuck you want to call this, man. What?
개같은 개연 스토리와 연출의 진문과 평점이 높다는 게 진짜 이해가 안 간다.
Are you out of your mind?
신겜.
I've been waiting 7 years in order to be able to re-engage with these characters, and when they come here, they're nothing like the characters that we know. They're done poorly. They're focusing on completely different characters that I don't give a shit about, that you didn't introduce properly to make me care about them in the best way possible, and I'm playing more with them than I am with the characters that I've been waiting to play with, and then at the end of the game, the characters that I wanted to play with are destroyed. They're gone. They're nothing. They're broken or dead. All of them are broken or dead, and all the new characters that I like in this game are dead and gone and broken.
You're telling me a fucking kid that hasn't even hit puberty yet is mature enough to say they're a different gender?
These deaths are so dry.
I think the story was interesting.
Let's do something absolutely fucking retarded real quick. Guys, get this. It's gonna be so edgy. We'll have a fucking two girls having sex and smoking weed, and then right after, let's ship it. Let's go, boys.
Like, it's insane. It's actually insane. That's literally what they thought.
It's gonna be a banger. Like,